Hello everybody and welcome back to my Pokemon Black Nuzelock, where last time, well, the run died. We died to a goddamn thing ranger. Sorry, there's a bit of a... okay. So basically, I did a bit of cleaning.
Hey, what you doing? Are you being that bastard that hasn't subscribed yet? Well, why don't you join one of us that have subscribed? As well as that, you might as well tune down into the description down below, where I have a new subreddit called r/RealmHQ. Other than that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
So there was a couple of things that got moved in terms of things. So like, I had to move my monitor because I had to go ahead and clean the frickin' table. But I'm glad I did it. A lot less cluttered, and I actually went ahead and Lysol wiped the actual countertop. So there's not like bits of like stuff like pie or stuff like that that's just left over. Actually, it's been cleared. I'm sure there's people who are like, you've had such a dirty... I've had such a dirty place. I've been in a horrible place in terms of mental stuff. Let alone actually doing cleaning, for crying out loud. So when I actually go and I do even the smallest of things, I feel a hell of a lot better. Because it's actually nice. It feels nice. Because I can go ahead and I look at my work and be like, yes, I did that, and it actually looks and feels nice. It just gives me a genuine feeling of pride and all that. And I'm sure, oh, well, your life must be so shitty and all that. You consider yourself... Why the fuck do you think I feel on the same level spiritually as fucking Claptrap and Torg? I know those videos aren't at all, but fucking I relate heavily to those two. Since they're not out, I can actually go ahead and explain it a bit in this one. Oh, it's Claptrap. It's kind of fucking self-explanatory. He never feels like he does anything right. And he feels like he screws up everything. Just the idea of not knowing somebody is an achievement for him. Well, guess what? That's the same for me. But with him, there's a very interesting aspect where, if I remember correctly, well, there's the thought of his ego and stuff like that. With Torg, it's actually quite interesting, because you might be like, what, explosive and loud? Yes, but there's a secondary thing. If you guys have ever played the Tiny Tina, fucking, is it the Dragon one or the Dungeons and Bada, or the Dungeons and Bada, or what was it? Badasses and... what the fuck is it called? Hey Google, what's the Tiny Tina DLC in Borderlands 2? It's Tiny's Dragon Cube. Where the fuck are the Arduinos? Bunkers and Badasses, that's what it was called. Anyway, so the whole idea is just that later into the, like, thing, Torg calls up and he's like, yes, include me! And so he tries to be included, but then fucking Lilith goes and she's like, you're not a real nerd, you didn't have to suffer through this shit. It's like, no, I like this stuff. And she's like, fucking, she's a bitch to him. She goes and she's like, you can't be you're not a true bunker and badass player. Do you even know this and that? You're just joining us because it's now mainstream. I like to play this stuff. So you end up feeling bad because it's like, Lilith, he was just wanting to play a game with you. Why does it fucking have to be that you have to fight for it? And it's also funny because it's like, Torg's just like, I never really get to play fucking games like this. Let alone with anyone. Especially if you like listen to his fucking backstory. He's got the whole thing where fucking He couldn't land a date, he couldn't do anything of the sort. And then fucking the stuff with Tor, or the fucking explosive company happened. He felt pretty proud, but then he realized that he didn't fucking do it because he loved doing it. He just did it because it brought him money. Of course, the thought would be, what the fuck are you going on about? You're going on about the explosive guy in fucking the game, on the Borderlands game. The guy who just goes and he says, explosions! Yes! Because he's my fucking spirit animal. Fucking fight me. Him and Claptrap, so. Fucking where the fuck are these fucking Arduinos? Where the fuck aren't they spawning? Hey Google. Pokemon Black Arduino farming. Even it thinks I said Arduino. Ah yes, we gotta find a farm for Raspberry Pis. I can't go to the fucking post-game fucking thing. They should, yeah, Route 2. Oh, they're not in Route 1 either. Are they in Route 3 on? They're in Route 3 on, okay. No wonder I can't fucking get any of them to spawn. Well, then we gotta fight to the fucking Arduinos. Wait, shit, don't they not? Fuck. I'm pretty sure I have to fucking... Yeah, I'm gonna have to just... Yep, okay, so I'm gonna have to level them up purely without the fucking Arduinos. There we go, you got up to level 10. We can't even buy repels right now. He's the one that sounded wise. Do it for my girl. I don't do it for Oreo. Cause we do it for the world. Man. There we go. It's a dead cat. Con, where are you? That's good. He's fine. So you do have to grind normal Pokemon in this area. So you can get past the first gym. Business. I should probably start training up fucking Amy and Mary. Damn it, I forgot. She has this fucking ability. Oh, finally, we got a repel! Wanna start a war? Gotta take it to your door. Fantasy flat is the one that's solid white. You don't really know. Do it for my girl. Because we do it for the world. The idea would be to get concrete up to level 10. And then we'll fuck around with getting the other ones actually leveled up. Whoa, sickle and the hammers. Whoa, whoa, it's not the propaganda. Whoa, whoa, it's Rudy's calling, answer, calling, answer, calling, answer, calling. Oh, you know what's fun? So I've been listening to the book called, fucking The Last Stand of the Tin Can Sailors. It is a fucking amazing book about Taffy 3. So, I just got to around the point where the St. Lo gets struck by the kamikaze. Holy shit, does he do it so fucking well lining up. So basically, he starts off, he focuses on this, like, fucking, Avenger, no, I think it was a torpedo, plane, or otherwise it was one of the dive bombers. So he focuses on it. It goes and it comes out of the sky, it hits a Japanese, ship with a bomb. But then they get hit in the left rudder. So he's like, shit, I need to go back to fucking, see if there's any carriers left. So he flies back, he makes it in, and he's talking about how he's going to have to land, but because his left rudder is out, he can't do the normal landing procedure, which is that, so they have to go counterclockwise, whereas he can only go clockwise. So what the fuck does that mean? So the clock goes right in terms of spinning. It goes from 12 to 1, goes right. Counterclockwise is that it goes from 12 to 11, which is left. So if he can't fucking use his left rudder at all, he can only use his right. He's got to do right maneuvers. So he can only do a counterclockwise in terms of coming down and attempting a landing. So he's told he has to stay up in the air because they have a couple other planes that are coming in and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm not out of fuel, so. Then he fucking, like the author goes and he's like, you know, he's recounting this guy's experience. Fucking, he sees a streak of fucking red. Fucking, as soon as I heard that, I was like, shit, didn't the St. Lo, didn't one of the fucking carriers get hit by a kamikaze? And then it fucking goes like, yeah, he sees this fucking zero string right by him. It's like, shit! Fuck! Enemy fighters nearby! Fucking, the entire fucking aircraft carrier lights up. Fucking 20 start going off. The fucking general alarm going off. Everyone's fucking on edge because basically, fucking, they're getting hit. They just survived the most chaotic fucking surface ship or sea battle. And now they're getting hit by fucking enemy air forces. So they're fucking on fucking edge. They're fucking pumping away, fucking shooting at, they're shooting at the fucking, aircraft. They're hoping they can hit them. And then they see, so this is the first ever hit from the Japanese kamikazes. Like, I'm not kidding. Fucking the other ones, any other time a plane had rammed a fucking aircraft carrier or any of the other ships, it had been purely as a last-ditch effort. When it came down to this one, its priority was the fucking crash. That's what makes it so terrifying. So they're shooting away, they're seeing this fucking zero, it's fucking lining up, it looks like it's just gonna land right on the carrier deck. It's fucking got 2 bombs on its fucking wings. It's coming straight in. They see it duck, and then fucking completely shred across the fucking carrier deck. The fucking engine flies out of the craft, fucking skidding across. The 2 bombs go off. The entire fucking deck is just a chaotic fucking scene. There's fucking magazines that are getting cooked off. Fucking machine gun rounds are flying through the air. Fucking everyone is thrown the fuck off by how fucking chaotic this whole thing is. And it's interesting because, like, I just got to that point. And it's like, fucking, oh my god, he fucking lined it up perfectly. Because, again, he goes and he's like, you get the fucking POV of a fucking, just one of the guys trying to return home. They did their mission. They just want to land. And now they're getting hit with the worst fucking thing they could ever imagine. Not even a last stand thing. This is their first action, and it takes out the entire fucking ship. 114 people dead because of a single fighter. One life for 114 and one plane for an entire aircraft carrier. It is horrifying. But it's just like, because there's also a couple other stuff. Like, I've been trying to listen through the fucking, it's not a book, but it's another video on YouTube. It's about the USS Franklin, and not the fucking space one. So there's this fucking aircraft carrier in World War II. Tail end of it. It gets really close to Japan, and like, in one of the videos is even like, it, like goes and it fucking starts off and like, the ship that got closest to Japan and got hurt because of it, or something stupid like that. But, so basically with that one, if I remember correctly, so the whole idea is that they're setting up their entire fucking air wing. They're getting them all taken out, they're going out, they're gonna go fight. Well, the Japanese had learned, and this is actually a very interesting aspect. I never knew that we had fucking friendly fucking... So, it's really weird because, like, when you think about World War II and stuff like that, you don't think about how actually technologically fucking advanced we were back then. We usually just think of, they just dropped bombs and hope they landed. No, the fucking Norden bomb site. It was pretty much an analog computer. The fucking planes, we just thought that they just identified each other by the sides. No, they had fucking RFIs or whatever they're called. They could tell who was friendly or not because they had radar panning around and they could see if something responded back saying, hey, I'm a friend. Hey, I don't know you. Stuff like that. That is insane! Fucking, I never hear about that in terms of like any of the other any of the other accounts. Just the idea that fucking we had this shit fucking tech, and like it just over fucking glossed or it's overlooked every time fucking anyone looks into this stuff. I know there's also the aspect of fucking proximity shells and stuff like this, but anyway, the basic idea was that the Japanese knew that when the fucking task force was going up, the fucking radar screen was completely filled. So they got in around the back when it wouldn't have been able to detect them from the rear because it's being overloaded, and I think they typically turned it off just because of how overloaded it got. So the entire fucking fleet, or this fucking aircraft carrier, is basically blind to its rear. And this fucking comet comes in. It fucking drops fucking, I think it was that there were two of them that hit the fucking, or no, it was one. I think it dropped a couple of bombs or something like that. But like the whole idea is the aircraft carrier gets hit hard. Fucking like the equivalent of a fucking kamikaze strike, except the fucking plane flies off because it only dropped it did drop 2 bombs, that's right. So fucking the fucking ship then begins to fucking fight for its fucking life. The entire fucking crew, they go and they fucking switch into fucking save the fucking ship. And like, it is such a awesome tale. Cause it's like, you hear about like fucking how these men, they start doing this stuff. They try to save their ship as much as they can. Generators are going out, fire lines, they're all going out. At one point, there is a single generator that is powering all of the pumps, all of the equipment. So everyone, like, it is one of those things where it's just like, the fate of this entire aircraft carrier was resting on a single generator. What are you doing? You're not messing with my fucking sock. And it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of the few things that's even remotely saving the ship from being sunk. Then there's like actions where the captain, he goes onto a fucking cruiser and he tells them to fucking ram his ship to intertwine their fates so that their crew can just work from their ship and start putting out the fires. And it's just like, it is the most badass and like awesome tale. There's an entire aircraft carrier. It's being burned to bits, but the men are fighting for the life of it. There's an entire fucking another ship being entwined in its fate. The men, they are fighting hard. They are fighting hard to save their home. And what even makes it even better is like they end up doing it. They fucking save the ship. The ship ends up steaming home under its own fucking power. It's like they get it home. The fucking people at the dockyard, they look at this ship and they're like, holy shit, that fucking sailed home? That fucking thing looks like it's about to break in two. And yet, here it is, fucking in the harbor. How is this? Like, how is this even possible? It's so fucking. You get this whole tale about how fucking all this, and I want to say the fucking stupidest bit is the same captain who fucking did this. Like, he intertwines the fate of the ships. He gets it so the ship has more time. Power is brought on, but you know what fucking sucks about him? There are fucking people who had to jump because the fire was fucking cooking their feet or was literally right in front of them, about to consume them. They had to jump into the water. There are people who literally had no fucking choice and were fucking blasted into the water. Their fucking explosions, the airwaves, all of that fucking knocked them clean into the water. And you know what the fucking idiot does? He goes and he fucking goes around and says, you're all gonna get fucking court-martialing. Seriously, fucking the ship gets saved. The entirety of the fucking vessel is saved. The people survive. The fucking... You should be trying to see about getting him something, a fucking civil medal or something like that for the fucking whole ship. And yet you're fucking drafting up fucking court-martial charges. It's even more interesting because apparently what ends up happening is that fucking they get to fucking Hawaii. The guy's like, yeah, you're gonna be fucked. And then the guys are talking with this lawyer and like, what the fuck are you on about, pal? You have no fucking stand, or no fucking stance in this that's even remotely possible. I'm gonna suggest you fucking back down from your claim. Otherwise, they have a pretty damn good case against you, pal. Oh, this one's gonna actually do some oh my god, it fucking did. Fuck you. We can still get wrecked by a fucking level 7. But it's just one of those things where fucking it is just so impossible. The odds so fucking unfathomable. And yet, they happen. I especially love the little, like, stuff where, like, yeah, their entire fucking ship is working off of a single fucking generator. There's one fucking beating heart in the entire ship that is just struggling just to keep it alive. And it's just, it's such an awesome tale. And the fact that it gets fucking muddled by the idiot of a captain. And the worst part is he's not an idiot. He fucking did so many things to actually save the fucking ship. And yet he fucks up the landing by fucking going and saying you're all getting court-martialed. Which is just like, fuck you. Your ship was burning to the ground. Most of them stood their ground, and some of them were blasted unfairly by their own explosions. fucking, like, there's fucking bits where there's fucking, their own ammo's cooking off. They got fucking mini fucking mouse rockets, whatever they're called, or Mighty Mouse, or whatever. They're fucking cooking off, firing off shot after shot after shot. There's bullets that are just fucking flying through the air. There's fucking bombs they're having to lift, fucking carry, and toss into the ocean just so that there's not secondary explosions after the secondary explosion. These men work so fucking hard only to see that you're fucking drafting up court-martial papers. It's like, fuck you. There are people who died on that ship. And yet you're only concerned with whether or not fucking the remaining crew members should be fucking court-martialed or not. Stop it. Stop messing with shit. And it's just like, it's one of those like fucking the most worst like fucking backhanded you could ever fucking give somebody. They rescue your fucking ship and all you care about is getting them fucking fired. You mine? Yes, I said do you mine. Being a little toad. Coming down, for fuck's sake. But it's just like, it's such an awesome tale. And along with the fucking tin can sailors, that one is awesome. Fucking an entire fleet of what is essentially worker bees against the might of an entire navy. And yet they come out on top. It is kind of interesting because listening and like hearing what like the other side, because I actually really like the book because it kind of goes more into what the other, like the Japanese were feeling at the time, why they acted the way they did. Like typically when you hear people recite the battle, they're like, I don't know why the fuck Kurita just turned around, he had all his ships and stuff like that. When it's like, no, it's quite reasonable if you're in his shoes. As far as he's concerned, he just lost the fucking sister ship to the fucking ship he's sailing on. And they're both considered the pride of the Japanese Navy. And they just got fucking handed their asses like they were nothing. So, and on top of that, fucking, you got a fleet that you're pretty sure is cruisers and stuff like that. Only to find out after your own ships, you get like 4 fucking ships that get knocked out of the fight by these fucking small ass fucking ships. And you're being told that, yeah, no, they're not fucking massive ships. They're just the fucking worker bees. We got fucking wrecked by these fucking ships. Imagine what fucking the bigger ones are gonna do to us. That's essentially the basic idea. Because it's like, we have an entire ship who lost the fucking front, like a third of their ship. It was sheared off because of an explosion. And yet we have more of fucking more powerful ships that are just waiting for us to come towards them. It is just like a horrifying thought. And of course the thought is, and it's really interesting because it's like, if they ended up going into that fight and they ended up fighting what should have been there, they honestly probably would have crushed them just because that's the fight they were prepped for. They were prepped for a fight against the biggest, meanest ships around, and they were willing to fucking bring out everything. They were firing armor-piercing shells that would go through so much and then detonate. They were firing off torpedoes that just went under because they were firing for much bigger ships that would be lower in the water. And it's just like fucking if fucking the other ships were in that place, that fucking torpedo would have hit dead on. Those shells that went past almost harmlessly through the fucking structures would have exploded, causing mass amounts of damage. And it's one of the most interesting aspects. It's like, if you've ever like played like War Thunder and stuff like that, there's the whole thought of no armor is the best armor. because most shit is meant to hit armor, and then because it's so thick, it will trigger a charge and stuff like that. So you could get around that fucking... It fires, it pierces through, but then harmlessly goes out. And it's stuff like that. But the problem is with that, is that was essentially what was happening here. They had no armor in terms of what they were expecting. And it caused them to fucking fire shells that just fucking sailed. Fucking go flying through the air. Fucking imagine fucking sedans. A fucking SUV fucking hailing right at you. And then it fucking pierces your ship. Fucking wrecks its way through it. And then passes harmlessly through into the ocean. You would be like, what the fuck? We just got hit by a fucking car and we're alive. And it's the most interesting idea that fucking... Because they were like, what was it? There was essentially like this, like a detail of you could drive a semi through some of the holes, like fucking, just imagine a fucking massive, like, it's a fucking semi, just, shit, we're not dead, we'll keep fighting. And it's kind of also interesting because, like, there's some of the stuff that was going on about with, like, who was it? Copeland, whatever his first name was, the skipper of the fucking SS or the USS Samuel B. Roberts. Fucking the Samuel B. Roberts is already a legend. Fucking it fired off. That was an interesting aspect. Even went over in the book. So, like, they're like. The fucking abandoned ship has been, like, fucking told. The entire ship is basically going under. And they're like, yeah, we need to fucking get everyone off. And so the fucking... What was it? So basically what the idea is that there's this gun on the Samuel B. Roberts. It fired off almost every single shell it had. And it had a magazine of like 325. So what ended up happening is that during the fight, there was quite a few mechanical breakdowns because they got fucking severed. And one of the crucial ones was this one where basically when the gun fired, the gas built up from the explosion would get vented out, so it wouldn't heat up the barrel. So it meant that you could load another round without worry about it cooking off. Well, one of the final rounds, because they lost that fucking mechanic, their fucking ship was no longer, or their gun was no longer able to vent all the excess stuff. So it's like fucking their gun, it explodes. Fucking the entire fucking barrel explodes. Pretty much everyone in that fucking gun is dead. Except for like a single guy. And he's got the last shell. And he's like he gets found by one of the guys. He's just holding it. He's just holding it. And the guy, he pulls the shell from him. And he goes and he helps him out outside of the gun. He comes back later and the guy goes back inside, cradling the shell, and is trying to load it into the gun. One of the last thing he ever does is tries to continue the damn fight. And it's just... It is such, like... Hey! Do you fucking mind? It's just like such a... awesome, like, visual, just like the idea that even in his last moments, the men of that ship were willing to fight. If they had if they had any rounds, they were going to fight. As far as they were concerned, their battle was not done. It's just such a terrific, like, idea. What are you doing? You want to fight me? Come on, let's fight. But me, mano e mano, caro we ghetto. But yeah. I'm gonna get him up to level 15. Or maybe we should get him up to level 14, get through here, and then start training the other guy. That way we don't over-level him. We might actually just might want to get through this. He's pretty high level, and these guys are going to keep coming at us and keep going. It's just amazing, just like the fucking... Again, it's like one of those... It's one of the battles I really love, along with like the fucking story of the... What was it? The fucking Robert S. Johnson? Or whatever. What the fuck was his name? The P-47 pilot. Anyway, the fucking whole idea is that like tales like that, where it's like everything is working against them. As far as they're concerned, their fight should have been done long ago, and yet fucking their crafts, their bodies, they're fucking not wanting to let go. The fucking destroyers and the men continuing a fight that seems impossible. A single pilot getting almost completely knocked out in the first fucking round of the fight, and yet his fucking plane is fucking willing to stand its ground against one of the most fucking fearsome of enemies. They have the entire advantage. They could come in, destroy your craft. They have been destroying your craft, and yet it still flies. It's still going. It's still going to go home. And it's just tales like that where it's like, so what the fuck is your deal? Are you not a... Okay, that's what his shit is. Yeah, I was gonna say, because you're the cute girl or whatever. But it's just like, I really like fights like, or that, where it's like, everything, they are in the worst situation ever, and yet they're doing their damnness to fight. And honestly, the song that I'm listening to right now is a fucking epitome of that. It's the fucking, isn't it? The Crush by the Miracle of Sound. It's the one that they made for Pacific Rim. It is fucking, again, the epitome of the fucking idea of it. Where it's like, it doesn't matter. Get me to the damn fight, and don't fucking try to take me out before I'm done. Yeah, I wanna feel that power surge. Not ashamed to remain too much. Don't make me miss that rush. Me to the crush. I feel that roaring sound. To take the ground. Don't make me Mr. Rush. Take me to the crush. I think the other one I was listening to earlier, the one I was singing along with, was the Don't Hold Your Breath. Was it? No, I don't. It was Boots on the Ground, that's what it was. But no, just the idea of like fucking, I'm in this fight and I'm going to fucking keep fighting. I've been served the worst fucking situation anyone could ever be in, and yet I'm going to fucking fight. And that is essentially the epitome of those fucking fights. Again, like fucking, what was it, Sweet Vedasa's one, where he fucking faced off against 3 enemy zeros in a fucking dive bomber. He's fucked. His plane has never been made to fucking dogfight, let alone against 3 separate enemies. His only fucking defense is completely out of action because of his own actions. And yet, he still flies. He still fucking keeps the craft flying. You may have me fucking in your crosshairs, but like hell am I gonna give up. Just fucking goes and they fly. They fucking keep going and going and going. They are not going to give up. They are going to get home no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're gonna come at him with the intent to ram. He's going to fucking get home. So is his fucking tail gunner. And it's just those fucking thoughts. Just like, it don't fucking matter, pal. We are going home. And it's just such an awesome, like, fucking tales. Everything is working against them. Everything says they should be dead. They should be tumbling away down into the ocean. They should be fucking burning to crisp. And yet here they are, fucking jinking left and right, fucking jerking the craft up and down, turning massive turns that are causing the entire craft to be on the verge of fucking crumpling in because of the forces. And yet they continue the fight. They are not going to fucking be dissuaded. They are not going to be stopped by some idiot who thinks that they're going to fucking knock him out. If you don't take this fight seriously, then I'm going to fucking show you how serious a fight it can get. They think they're easy fucking prey. Easy as this can be, just flying their fucking dive bombs. And yet they get shown up. And these aren't even like the fucking turkey shoot fucking pilots. These are pilots who are fucking knocking wildcat after wildcat out of the fucking sky. They're doing maneuvers that are fucking going and causing them to stall. Fucking entire fucking craft. There's a whole fucking tactic where you're supposed to just fly up into the vertical. The fucking wildcat will fucking follow you, will stall out, and then you just fucking come and blast him out of the sky. They are fucking intending to just demolish you. And yet, they come to the fight thinking it's gonna be the easiest one they've ever done. And they get shown up hard. It is just such a fucking awesome tale. It's just so fucking... like, there's so many awesome tales from war. Like, there's, like, there are, like, a couple other ones, like, there's, again, the fucking Fabulous Four. There's the whole fight for Hill 400, which is awesome. There's just so... there's the fucking Battle of Bastogne. There's also the fucking, those damned engineers. Those are such a good one. And the Commando... the greatest raid ever. Fucking that one. There's so many good, like, things. Like, and it's just like, and it's not exclusive to these older wars. Like, fucking, there's the rescue, there's the untold tale of the rescue at the Dog's Head. There's fucking, these are fights that fucking, they are impossible to win. They are fights that should end up in a miraculous fucking defeat. And yet, the fucking... it's not. These people are going in. Men are being pinned down, and yet fucking there are men and women who are willing to come to their aid. I think, well, Vietnam, it would have technically been before that, but the Battle of Ramadi is a good one as well. So... me out of my colossus, my friend, reach my certainty. That's, I think, the first time I've ever seen assist work. No, keep battle. Roaring sound. Oh, that also worked as well. But you don't have anyone. Okay, I guess. That power surge, the minds that were made to merge. Don't make me Mr. Rush, take me to the crush. That roaring sound, that make the ground. Don't make me Mr. Rush, take me to the crush. I think after I get this one recorded, I'll go ahead and record more of the outfit. But sweet, this one, because I actually got caught up on some recordings, so that'd be nice. It's that rush. I think about a bit the videos will be fully uploaded. I won't even have to worry about that. I still need to finish Borderlands 2, for fuck's sake. Off the talk, we walk the walk, to town. We've got a life you live, got a better life downtown. You're just one eye open, boy, or you never wake up again. If I resolute and we're ready to shoot, the roadlands have no friends. Hey, guess what? We get a fucking, yeah, I'll take it. Yes. So this one we can use, so it's not going to be not. So we need to name, because we didn't name this. Julie? It's not a bad one. Julie! Every toner to the style attack. Don't need to ever mind her little hand behind you, in your back. Peace and white and we're satisfied. Heart in hand. And tied to the dead in mind. And on the red. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to end it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in, all that jazz. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in this video. And then a great one. Where's the button? Where's the button?